Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's been a while. Um, this is where my truck stopped. um, it ate another carrier bearing. I had warranty on it, so I took it back to not O'Reilly, AutoZone, and so they ordered me another one. I'm gonna clean this up. I still have that vibration issue. What I ended up doing was I pulled the drop bracket, carrier bearing drop bracket. I pulled that off. I'm thinking that it doesn't need that drop bracket because when I had this drive shaft underneath the truck before I took it off, I took the drop bracket off and then put it back up with the original hardware, and it looked straight to me. So I'm wondering if, because this is the second carrier bearing that I've put on here, so I'm wondering if that drop bracket really threw it out of alignment and caused it to get damaged. Like I said, the carrier bearing was fine. It's the rubber bushing, or not bushing, the rubber that the carrier bearing sits inside of, and then the bracket goes over it. I'm thinking that this was being pushed out of alignment somehow. And I also think that this portion here, this is the rear drive shaft. I'm wondering if these inner splines are worn out, that's causing it to bind up on here. I'm not sure, but that's my going theory. So I hadn't really driven this truck. It's been like 3 or 4 days since I drove it. This truck will be for sale very quickly because I am going to focus on getting this truck that can pull way more than that truck ever could, dream of. So my focus is this truck, get it squared away. I probably will need to put a new transmission in it eventually. I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm just trying to get the vibration issue squared away. The vibration issue could be due to the transmission. That I don't know, but like I said, we got a new family vehicle. My wife's expecting our third kid, so I know 3 car seats will not fit in the back of that truck. That's just an extended cab, not a crew cab. Whereas this is a crew cab, we could easily have 3 car seats in the back of this truck. And then, of course, my wife and I comfortably sitting in the front. And, of course, this is an Expedition XLT. It's not the XT, which is the extended version. It's just the back end that's a little bit longer. But this is just the, I guess you'd call it a base model. It's rough around the edges. We traded my wife's old car. Well, this is actually older than her car that we traded. Her car was a 2015 Mitsubishi Mirage. We had placed it up for sale. No one was interested in it. But there are plenty of people out there that was wanting to downgrade. So we needed to upgrade. This was, a nice couple. They moved here from Missouri, and they were having a hard time. The guy recently lost his leg, so he wasn't able to wrench on this. So the trade was perfect for both families, his family as well as mine. Because he has a 12-year-old daughter, and because that Mirage sits so much lower and it's only 3 cylinders, he could talk her through it. So if he can't do it himself, he could talk her through it, so they can keep the maintenance up on that vehicle just by him talking her through it. I mean, that's how I learned how to do my first oil change. My mom talked me through it at the age of 9. That's why I'm pushing 40, but I have just about 30 years of automotive repair experience, because I started at the age of 9. I did my very first oil change at 9. I'm 38. This year I'll be 39. But anyway, so yeah, this is the 5.4 liter 3 valve in it, and a lot of complaints that people have made. I'm sorry, it's just people being lazy. Like, for one, they talk about the oil sludge buildup causing the VVT sensors to basically go bad. It's because people prolong the oil change. They don't change the oil right. The oil gets sludge, builds up in those sensors, and the sensors can't work anymore. Um, Also, as far as the spark plugs go, I didn't break one. You know, people talk about how the spark plugs break on these, but, you know, they also talk about the 2 valve. That's a 4.6 valve in there. They talk about how those were notorious for blowing plugs. I have had, this is an '02 F350. I had an '04 F350 Heritage that looked exactly like this one. Neither one of those blew spark plugs. And then I also had 2 Mustang GTs that had the 4.6, and neither of those blew any spark plugs. So, I mean, I understand it's a common issue, but I also think that commonly people aren't doing preventative maintenance to avoid these things. I also think that, like, for the spark plug to blow, I think that people aren't they're not tightening their spark plugs down enough. Maybe they're afraid, or maybe they're just incompetent and not tightening the spark plug enough, either out of fear or incompetence, uh, and it's causing that to happen. Because, I could have that happen on this 3 valve here, or I could have it happen on this Focus, which is it's the 2.0. So it's just, I do my research. Whereas a lot of people, they get something, they have an issue happen, and they complain about the entire vehicle. They think it's a manufacturer fault. It's called user error. Some people don't want to accept that. Like, that four-wheeler is down because of user error. It's my fault that the four-wheeler's down, but I'm working on it, and it will be up and going. That's why my tools are over there. I'm almost done with it. Then I'll be working on my motorcycle, which is over there. And then once the temperature cools off and I don't have to worry about getting stung by wasps, I will have that Focus up and going, because this is my wife's Expedition, and that's her car. So, both of us have backup vehicles. I'm thinking about getting either another Mustang, 3 valve, of course, or I'm going to get a 3 valve F-150 crew cab. That way there's plenty of room for everyone. Plus, the newer vehicle has more horsepower, it gets better gas mileage, and it's not that hard to work on. I mean, I've been working on these 2 valves, the modular 2 valves, for 15-20 years. So, I mean, I kind of understand how they work. And of course, the 7.3 is not difficult. I'm still learning, but it's not difficult. I mean, this truck is super easy to work on, super easy to figure out what all is wrong with it. The only thing that's been a pain is the vibration issue. I'll deal with the vibration issue as long as I'm not eating bearings. The carrier bearings aren't getting destroyed. I'll deal with the vibration. That truck has a small vibration in it, and this Expedition has a very slight vibration. It's not that bad, but it also needs new tires. We just got this Expedition, and I mean, as you can see, it's got some cosmetic work that needs to be done to it. But most importantly are the tires. I'm not going to put my family in this car with low tire tread I don't know if a lot of you guys notice, but I'm trying to see if I can find, here we go. So you see this right here? That lets you know that your tires are needing to be changed. That's exactly what that is. And that's not from me doing research. That's from me being told by multiple tire technicians throughout my life. If you look on any tire, it doesn't matter. Look for that right there. You don't have to do that stupid penny, upside down penny test to see if your tires need to be changed out. Look at that right there. Okay, this is still below the tread, but I know this tire still needs to be changed. But that's what these are for. These are indicators that let you know your tire needs to be changed. So yes, this tire does need to be changed. It's just, it doesn't have to be changed immediately, but for my own peace of mind, I'd like to change it immediately. Whereas these front tires are okay. There's, different. Also, these tires don't match up, but here's another type of tire, and there's that piece right there, and it's still below that. But that's what these are for. I'm not going to walk over to every single one of these tires to show you, but yeah, if you go outside, and I guarantee you look at your tires, you'll see that, and that's what that's for. But yeah, that's the update. I should have this thing up and running. I mean, it runs, it just doesn't move because it doesn't have a drive shaft, but I need to move this, that way it's easier for us to, come and go in this, and even in that over there when we need to, because this is really kind of sitting in the middle of the driveway. But yeah, I'm never going to sell this. I don't care if a person offered me a stupid good deal on it to where I could go and buy two. I've put way too much into this truck. So it's more of a sentimental thing. And then also, I couldn't sell this truck even for less than what it's worth, because to go and get another one of these, this is the base model. I'm working on making it an XLT, but this is an XL. To go get one of these in the current condition that this one's in, I'm looking at least $15,000-$20,000. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $15,000-$20,000. So, especially not to put on a vehicle. If I have $15,000-$20,000, again, I've got a third kid on the way. So, that's my priority, not a vehicle. So, I'm not letting this go. I traded my old Mustang for this. The person was looking to downgrade, I was looking to upgrade, and we swapped. It was an even swap. We just exchanged titles. So, that's exactly how we got this one. It was just an even swap. We exchanged titles. They were looking to downgrade, we were looking to upgrade. And, when I go to sell this truck, really I'm hoping to do a trade. I have a spare engine, I have a spare alternator, I have those two tires on the top on this rack right here. Those two tires right there are spare tires for that truck. I've done a lot to that truck also. It's modified. It's lifted in the rear, so when you're hauling or towing a heavy load, you're not sagging. So it's raked right now, but when you have a load, it's going to be level. And then, of course, I've got the tow mirrors on there. Let's see here. I've got a push to start set up on it. I've also got a push button. There's no key. Literally all you need is this. I mean, I wired all of it up myself. I mean, when you walk up to the truck, it automatically unlocks. When you walk away from it, it automatically locks. I like new age technology, but I kind of like the older vehicles because there's least issues with them than with these new 2020 throwaway vehicles. But yeah, like I said, and then you've got those two light bars that do work. There's so much that I can name that I have done to that truck. I recently changed out the transmission in it because my old transmission went out. But I'm wanting to trade this truck for a tractor with a front end loader. So, I understand that selling the truck and then the cash that I would get for the truck, I may not be able to get a tractor with a front end loader cash wise, but a person that's looking to get rid of their tractor and they may need a vehicle or a secondary vehicle, they may take me up on that offer. So it's just a matter of finding the right person at the right place at the right time. That's really all it is. That's how I got this. That's how we got this. So, you know, hopefully that works out for me. But if it doesn't, I can sell it, have the cash, and then I can just put more cash with it and get a tractor. But I'm not going to make this a 20-30 minute video. I just wanted to give an update, let you guys know what's going on. That's why I haven't been posting, because usually I'll post like, at least once a day, maybe, at least 2 videos a week, but I haven't been doing that simply because this has been down. This is the star of the channel. It's Deep South Bayou Diesel. It's not Deep South 2 valve or, XB or whatever. This is mainly a diesel channel. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and there are more updates coming soon. Later, Gators.